Okay, breaking news, kind of crazy news here as people were wondering, is this going to happen? It was starting to look like it might, given it had gone on for a couple days, but officially, Bill Belichick and the Patriots mutually agreed to part ways, which is what we thought would probably happen if there was something like this. Felt like they weren't going to ever just give him a straight up firing, just given what he's done. But I don't know. It's interesting, and I do have to wonder, what's going to happen here. So he says he wants to continue coaching. He's 15 wins away from the all-time record, so that would be, you would think 2 seasons, as long as they do okay. So because of that, I do think that he's, I think he'll get there. I think that a team will probably get him, because why wouldn't you go after Belichick? I mean, okay, tell you why you wouldn't go after him. There's been some issues. It has not been perfect for Belichick, right? I mean, definitely some of the offensive stuff in particular has not worked out very well. The defense has still been very well coached over the years, but some of the offense, he has screwed certain things up here, and I also wonder, with whatever team he goes to, what are they going to let him do? What are they going to, what's this? What kind of power would he have? If he goes to the Chargers, are they going to let him be the GM? Or I don't know. A lot of times, I think if he's getting hired, he's probably going to get hired by a GM. So I doubt that he's going to get the GM and head coach situation, which might be a good thing in some ways, because maybe, I think that he's kind of underrated as a GM over the course of his entire Patriots tenure. Like, he's made some great decisions as a GM over the years that really get underlooked, but there's no doubt about it. Past couple of years hasn't gone so well. So, again, you get that, maybe the best, still right now, maybe the best defensive coordinator in football, the defensive play caller in football, all that stuff. I mean, he usually call plays, but creating game script and creating a game plan, all that stuff has typically been fantastic, even as of late. It was just a couple years ago he did what he did to the Rams, in the Super Bowl. He's certainly someone that maybe you could argue has lost his fastball a bit, but has a lot of, still really good stuff here for the Patriots. And, or not for the Patriots, sorry. Misspeaking a little bit. It's very early in the morning for me. I got up, right when I saw this news, okay? Because it happened, of course, Bill Belichick would, this news would come out at what? I think it was like 7 something on the East Coast here, so it's in the middle of the night for everyone who isn't on the East Coast. Of course that would happen, Mr. No Days Off. But yeah, it's kind of just a crazy situation. I mean, think, Pete Carroll, Mike Vrabel, Nick Saban, and Bill Belichick, 4 really good coaches, and some of these guys legends, out of a job. I mean, that's pretty crazy. Now, Saban retired, but, still, just kind of crazy. And for the Patriots, I do understand why they're doing this. I don't have an issue with it. I think it's fine. You have to move on at a certain point. You have to try and go with someone who I think try to get, like Ben Johnson would be a good move. You have a good draft pick here. You might not have as good of a draft pick as you would have if Belichick didn't get you a couple wins there. So I don't know. Where does Belichick go from here? It's an interesting question. I know PFT commenter has been campaigning for the Washington Commanders for a while. That's certainly an option. You do have to wonder about the Chargers, and maybe even, I don't know. I saw Schefter tweet out that apparently the Atlanta Falcons have had a history of trying to go after big-name coaches and not landing them. So do they get Belichick? I don't know, but it's definitely an end of an era. And again, I do wish, listen, I'm a big Tom Brady fan, right? I'm a Tampa Bay fan. Of course, I'm going to be a big fan of Brady, but I feel like people do not give Belichick, the past couple years, people have tried to kind of hate on Belichick and say, oh, it was all Brady. Listen, Belichick has 8 Super Bowl rings, right? 2 of those as a coordinator, 6 of those as a head coach. You don't do that by getting carried by somebody else. You just don't. Don't get me wrong. Past couple years have been rough from Belichick, but again, the reality is, a quarterback, especially in this era, just means so much, but it didn't always used to be that way. And I would argue Brady's first 3 rings, you could argue, were more Belichick than Brady, although the next 3 were more Brady than Belichick. I think that's not a crazy thing because the game has changed so much over the years. At the end of the day, there's been other quarterbacks who have come around and been, somewhat in the ballpark of what Brady has done, but no one's come in the ballpark of how many wins he's had, how many Super Bowls he's had. A huge part of that is Belichick, in my opinion. Absolute legend, and again, if he can get a team to have him for 2 years, he would be at all-time winningest coach. So great career, but kind of crazy he wouldn't do it with the Patriots. And hey, he played at the Browns, or he was coached with the Browns for a little bit too. Don't forget about that. But yeah, those are my thoughts on all of this. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, how many coaches have been fired twice and will still get another coaching job? That doesn't happen too often. Kind of funny. But yeah,